Hello and welcome in to a match between the Auburn Doubledays and the Batavia Muck Dogs. Good evening, everyone. I'm Evan Crocio, joined alongside tonight by Ryan Story. And Ryan, you know, it's summer baseball here at Falcon Park, but it does not feel like it at all. I mean, right now, it feels like fall ball, not summer baseball. The temperature is reading 67 degrees. It shows the sun is out on the weather app. It's definitely not out here. It's cloudy, it's windy, it's frigid, but still, it's a good night for baseball, and thankfully, we are playing here at Falcon Park.
Yeah, there's that dark cloud looming overhead. Don't have a great feeling about that, but looks like this game should be unaffected by the weather according to our weather report here at Falcon Park. Don't seem to have too much of a concern there. I'm looking forward to a fantastic 9 innings against this first seed Batavia Muck Dog squad.
Yeah, the Auburn Doubledays are in their home white and blue uniforms, whereas the Batavia Muck Dogs are in their road red and gray bottoms. As you said, the Batavia Muck Dogs are first place in the West Division in the PGCBL, whereas the Auburn Doubledays sit at third place, I believe, in the PGCBL. And the Doubledays come into this one with a record of 20 wins, 15 losses, whereas the Batavia Muck Dogs have 26 wins, 9 losses, and 1 tie on the season. And out there on the mound for the Auburn Doubledays, taking the start, is number 14, William Baker III. He comes into this one with a 5.79 ERA. He has 4 wins, 2 losses, and this is his 7th appearance and 7th game started on the season. He ties with Joseph Williams for most starts. He has thrown for 37 innings, and he will face off against Jalen David at first pitch. Is just about here at Falcon Park. It's 6:30, so first pitch would be just on time, and there it is. It misses for a ball, and we are underway here at Falcon Park.
Again, that's Will Baker III out there.
That one clocked in at 86 miles per hour from William Baker III.
Right now, Will Baker 4-2.
The 1-0. That misses for ball 2 outside and downstairs to David.
6 appearances, 5.79
Baker's going to need to try to recover here in this at-bat, but still at 87 miles per hour there.
24 of them being earned. 22 walks.
Baker working with a 2-0 count, comes set from the stretch. The pitch. In there for a strike, and there's the first strike on the night. Count is 2-1 to the righty David, who enters this one with a .339 batting average. This is the 34th game he has started. His 119th at-bat on the season. He has 40 hits, 16 RBIs as he hits this one past the glove of Connor Rumpf, the second baseman, and is on first base with a single. And with that, David reaches first base safely. He worked a 2-1 count, and there is the first Muck Dog batter on first base safely.
Yeah, and the thing is, you mentioned all those great hitting stats for Jalen David, but that's not what scares me about him. It's his numbers on the base paths. 37 stolen bases on the campaign, 16 more than any other Muck Dog, and that would be, I believe, 21 more than any in the leader of the Auburn Doubledays, Teddy Monahan.
And here comes Jackson Inman, the designated hitter, as a lefty. First pitch to him almost clips him inside. It's 1-0. Definitely windy here at Falcon Park as the American flag out in left field is waving around a tad bit. David off of first bats, keeping him close. Like you said, David already looks like he might steal. The 1-0. This one's going to be hit right to Jada Madrid, who gloves it. Cannot make the play at second instead. Wow, the field umpire says it's in time. So that is the first out here in the top of the first. Jada Madrid with a nice toss to second base to get the lead runner out. Didn't look like he had it. Thought he was going to first instead. He makes a great play on a ball that he had to run in on.
One important note about Inman is he was supposed to play out in the field in today's contest. Instead, due to an injury, was the last second scratch from the lineup in the field, still in the batting order, but as the designated hitter.
Here's Evan Brock, the third baseman, working with Inman on first. David is out. The 1-0 count to him. Off the first is Inman. Bat still staying on the bag, trying to keep him close. The pitch is fouled off.
Brock Best, 358 on the campaign, a slugging percentage of 500. Certainly knows how to rack up hits, including a team-high 42 RBIs.
Count's tied 1-1 to the righty Evan Brock. Off the first still is Inman. The pitch. This one's going to be hit into center field for a base hit. Gets past the glove of Connor Rump. That's a single for Evan Brock as the Muck Dogs bats are working here in the top of the first against Baker.
Yeah, there's a reason Batavia is the top seed in the Western Division of the PGCBL. They hit very consistently, and so far we've only seen them dink and dunk, but they also slug the ball very well. The Double A's tied with Batavia in terms of the total batting average, but the Muck Dogs sport a slugging percentage, like I believe it's about 30 points higher.
Here's Brendan Rena, the right fielder. He's a lefty for the Muck Dogs. Takes first pitch down Broadway for strike one. A 1 count, 1 out. Off of second is Inman. Brock off first. And the Double A's infield is playing almost in the outfield grass against Rena. The pitch. This one's going to be hit into shallow left field, and it just misses of a fair ball. Instead, it goes foul.
Hung on and was going to land right on the line.
For strike two to Rena.
To the left for the third base line over.
So Baker well ahead in the count 0-2. He's looking to get the second out here against Rena for his first strikeout on the night. Comes set from the stretch, gives Inman a look off second. Madrid playing in the outfield grass. Gives a second, kick steals. The pitch is going to be hit in left field. And running back is Ethan Smith, makes the catch. No one tags up. It's 2 outs here in the first, as flying out is Rena.
Cooper Russell, man that we always
Here comes Cooper Russell, the shortstop. The Muck Dogs are doing a great job of switching from righty-lefty, righty-lefty, righty, as Cooper Russell is a righty. Kind of what the New York Yankees do.
Yeah, definitely some similarities there. Although I wish the Yankees had batted as well recently as Batavia's been doing.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have Aaron Judge or Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, that'd be the equivalent of, I'd say, this Batavia squad losing Jack Inman and Braden Reyna.
Oh, 100%. Cooper Russell working with an 0-1 count. And that one just misses for a count tied at 1-1. Off of second is Inman, Brock off first. Baker comes set, gives Inman a look. Rump playing the bag a tad bit. There he goes, stepping back to the grass. The pitch. In there for a strike. Count is 1-2, and this would be huge for Baker to work a strikeout, because not only would it be his first on the night, but he would get out of a jam here with 2 runners on. Rump banging his glove near the bag again. Baker gives the lead runner a look twice, a third time. Kick steals, the pitch. Misses for ball 2. Counts tied 2-2. There's the 2-strike, 2-out siren that has gone off on the video board. The pitch. This one's going to be smoked into left field, drops in front of Teddy Monahan. Being waved home is Jackson Inman, and the throw will be cut off by Jada Madrid. No throw home. It's 1-0 Muck Dogs. An RBI single for Cooper Russell.
Yeah, what a hit there from Cooper Russell. Just waited for the first 4 pitches, not swinging his bat, and finally deciding to jump on the pitch right down the gut from Baker. He left that hanging a little bit too much. Russell was all over that.
Here's Glenn Brooks, the 6th batter in the Muck Dogs lineup. He's listed as an extra hitter. And finally, the Muck Dogs go back-to-back with righties. First pitch to Brooks misses upstairs for ball 1.
Glenn Brooks up to bat. It's just too high in the zone. It pushes it to a 1-0 count.
Glenn Brooks has played in 29 games.
Off of first is Russell. Off of second is Evan Brock. Rump still banging on his glove, keeping Brock close this time. The pitch. This one's going to be fouled off for ball 1. And, you know, right away early on, the Muck Dogs are displaying how great of a hitting team that they are. I mean, that's already 3 singles in 1 inning of play for a run. So clearly Baker is going to have to do a better job next inning of not throwing whatever pitch he threw to the Muck Dogs. And this one smoked into right field, and Burt Maxim makes the catch on a hop for out number 3. Glenn Brooks is retired on an F9 into right field. The Muck Dogs capitalized early on. It's 1-0 them. We'll be back at the bottom of the first for the Auburn Doubledays at bat on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. It's the bottom of the first. The Muck Dogs lead 1-0. Leading off for the Auburn Doubledays will be Jada Madrid, who's playing shortstop tonight. Out there on the mound for the Muck Dogs. That's Jake Sliz. It's spelled S-C-L-I-S. That's pronounced Sliz. He sports a 2.56 ERA. He has 2 wins, 0 losses. This is his 11th appearance on the season, and the 7th game he has started. The 0-0 to Madrid is belted into left field for a base hit in front of Jeremy Ramos. One pitch, one hit for Jada Madrid, who has been hot in the recent stretch of games for the Auburn Doubledays.
It's up his batting average from in the low 200s all the way up to 288, and at this rate, I wouldn't surprise me to see him reach 300 by the end of the season.
Here's Ethan Smith, who's playing left field, and from left to right for the Muck Dogs, Evan Brock at third, Cooper Russell at short, Braden I at second, James Quintero at first, Jake Sliz on the mound, Cooper Romick behind the plate, and there's a bunt attempt by Ethan Smith that is unsuccessful. Cooper Romick, excuse me. Jeremy Ramos in left, Jalen David in center, and Brendan Reyna is in right field.
If he tries it again, so it's sent.
Off of first is Madrid, and Sliz is doing a great job of keeping him close. Next pitch to Smith is in there for a strike. It's 0-2.
Smith, he's played in 16 games, 13 with a 341 batting average, 44 at bats, 15 hits.
Smith behind early now. He's driven that a hitter that functions as well behind in the count. Good at getting ahead early.
He's already ahead.
The 0-2. This one's going to be chopped on, and running in is the shortstop Russell. Gloves that go to first is in time. Ethan Smith out trying to go to first base safely, but Madrid does advance to second, so there's a runner in scoring position for the Auburn Doubledays here in the bottom of the first.
And not Smith's best contact, but still hit it just well enough to be able to advance Madrid into scoring position. Now we'll see if the best hitter on this squad, Teddy Monahan, should knock him in.
Yeah, that's not an understatement either, Ryan. Teddy Monahan supports a .415 batting average. This is his 95th at-bat. He has 39 hits, and there's a runner to third. The throwdown gets off the glove of Evan Brock, a stolen base for Jada Madrid, who is 90 feet away from scoring. That's ball one for Teddy Monahan, and a stolen base for the speedy Jada Madrid. But right back to Teddy Monahan. I mean, 415 batting average leads the Auburn Doubledays. He's got 39 hits, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 28 RBIs, by the way.
Yes.
This one's fouled off. Count is tied 1-1. On deck is Justin Batts for the Auburn Doubledays.
And then right behind Bats is Flynn Hoop, and he's coming off of a huge home run in the last home game back on Monday. Let's see if he can keep that offensive momentum going.
Sliz working with a 1-1 count. The lefty kick steals, blows this one by Teddy Monahan, who's now down in the count 1-2. For Doubledays fans that are in attendance, they're stopping, trying to get something going for the Doubledays. The 1-2, breaking ball. This one's chopped on off the bat of Monahan, who does a great job of getting a piece of it to stay alive on that breaking ball.
Yeah, that was a nice hit going against the southpaw of Alfred State. Sliz has been great throughout his entire high school and collegiate career, and has been an immediate impact player for Batavia this season.
1-2. Outside corner of the plate, Teddy Monahan goes down looking. A backwards K in the books, and that's Sliz's first strikeout on the night for the second out.
Really couldn't afford to strike out there. Wanted to get that in play, in the outfield, maybe try to have Jaden Madrid tag up. Instead, we now have 2 outs with the runner on third.
First pitch to Betts. Gets away from the catcher, Cooper Romick. Throw to home, not in time. Jaden Madrid advances on the pass ball and ties the game 1-1.
Wow. Jaden Madrid, look at the speed. Even though it got away from Romick, he still was able to make it a play. Credit to the catcher for getting back into play. But Madrid is too fast for Romick to connect with Sliz in time.
So it's 1 out of bats. Sliz kick steals. That one just misses downstairs for ball 2. And, I mean, Jaden Madrid has been easily one of the most exciting base runners to watch all season for the Auburn Doubledays.
Yeah, between him and Teddy Monahan, talk about 2 players who are so fun on the base paths and execute not only the double steal really well, but also that individual steal. And Madrid stealing third by himself with no one else on the base paths, very impressive.
3 out of bats. Let's see if he has the green light here. Sliz kick steals. That one's low. And here comes Flynn Shoop, who's fresh off of a home run game.
Had that rocket over the left field wall, but that wasn't his only hit of the game. Also tallied a single, worked a walk. Even the one time where he did get out with an F8, there was a deep fly out to center where it just, that center field here at Falcon Park is so far away for the batters to knock it over that wall.
Bats is off at first. Quintero's going to keep him close.
Perfect situations. Right now,
Sliz giving Bats a look. Kick steals the pitch. This one's going to be roped to the glove of a diving Cooper Russell, who has a phenomenal diving grab but was unable to make a play. I mean, what a phenomenal diving stop to prevent it from going to left field by Cooper Russell. But unfortunately for him, he could not come up with it. So that will be an infield single for Flynn Shoop as Justin Batts advances to second. And here comes a designated hitter tonight for the Auburn Doubledays, Braden Michelson.
Michelson entering this game with a 353 batting average. Has a chance to add on to his 23 total RBIs.
First pitch to him is a breaking ball that finds the outside corner of the plate. He's down 0-1 with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Sliz gives Bats a look off second. Kick steals. The pitch is waved on. I mean, Michelson was way out in front of that one. He's now down to the count 0-2.
That pitch is 72 miles per hour. What a change of speed by Sliz.
spin and back.
Doubledays fans have brought out the stop flap. This one's going to be hit down third baseline, and what a play by Evan Brock to snag it from going to left field. And unfortunately for Justin Batts, he was out trying to advance to third. And with that, the Doubledays score a run thanks to great heads-up base running by Jada Madrid. It's 1-1. Doubledays lead 2 stranded. Baker out to the mound. We'll be back for the top of the second. Top of the second, leading off for the Batavia Muck Dogs is James Quintero, who's playing first base tonight. And the Muck Dogs in the first had 3 hits, all of them being singles. As we change our camera battery real quick, we apologize, but they had 3 singles. And scoring for the Muck Dogs was Jackson Inman, who got on thanks to a fielder's choice. The tie ball game at 1-1. William Baker still out there on the mound for the Doubledays. First pitch there to Quintero is a strike.
Again, a 1-1 count. Quintero will definitely late season.
Baker comes set from the stretch. Kick steals. This one's fouled off against the net. It's a 1-2 count to Quintero.
Yeah, Quintero, he's now thinking, sure, I don't think he wants to let go of first base, that position, especially in the batting order. Does well
Baker had 1-2, would love a strikeout here. Doesn't have one yet on the night. That one misses downstairs for ball 2. Clock in at 77 from Baker. Not sure if he tried to place that one a little bit too hard or if it was a breaking ball that slipped a tad bit away.
It's a nod. 2-2 is that one misses down low.
Baker working with a 2-2. Kick steals. The pitch is going to be hit high in the air, left field. Ethan Smith and Madrid running back. Smith calls off Madrid. And there's the first out here in the top of the second as Quintero flies out to the glove of Ethan Smith.
Quintero's a player known for having a high launch angle. You saw it right there on display. Just getting too high for him, allowing Smith to run underneath it.
Here comes Cooper Romick, the catcher behind the dish. He's working with 1 out and no one on. Baker set from the stretch. Kick steals the pitch. That one just misses upstairs for ball 1.
1-0 count.
Romick batting exactly 300 on the campaign.
The pitch. This one's going to be fouled off.
Yes, it is.
And it ricochets off the net and goes back on the field. The Auburn Doubledays ball boy will collect that one. Counts tied 1-1 to the righty, Romick.
Here we are in Auburn now.
We've seen how good Romick is at the plate, but we've also seen how good he is behind the plate. That was just his 4th pass ball given up this season as he swings and rips right there.
This one's blown by Romick. It's a 1-2 count. Baker ahead yet again, 1-2. Let's see what he can do here.
Was definitely defeated in numbers. In North Carolina, New York, City Rock.
Baker set. The 1-2. This one's going to be chopped on. Running in is Flynn Shoup. Go to first in time. Flynn Shoup, smooth third baseman, made that one look easy. Had to run in on his horses, gloved it, and had a phenomenal sidearm throw to first base for the second out.
He continues to impress in the field, at the plate, you name it. The Dennison product does not quit.
It puts up 2 outs, no one on. Again, Jeremy Ramos.
Gonna have to start calling him smooth because he just makes the third base spot look so easy.
It's like I always say, shoot, there it is.
Shoot, there it is. That's clever. I don't think I've heard you say that though. So you know what? I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna start using it.
My stuff.
You didn't trademark it.
I believe I did. It's like Caleb
Wow.
Williams trademarking Iceman.
Double and 9.
He doesn't deserve it.
Oh, definitely. That's George Gervin for you.
Oh yeah, go Spurs. And you're a Thunder fan too, saying that. So
That's true, but you know that's the Iceman right there. Got to give credit where credit's due.
this one's going to be roped into center field. Jeremy Ramos was up to the plate. Teddy Monahan makes that one look easy. And just like that, the Muck Dogs against Baker here in the top of the second go 3 up, 3 down with no hits and no runs. 2 flyouts and a ground out. Game still tied 1-1. We'll be back for the bottom of the second on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. Bottom of the second, tie game 1-1. Connor Rump steps up to the plate. He's the second baseman tonight for the Auburn Doubledays. Still out there on the mound is Sliz. So in the first inning, the Auburn Doubledays, Gene Madrid scored a single and got advanced to second thanks to Ethan Smith advancing him. Then he stole a base, and this one's roped to the third baseman, Brock. Go to first, is in time. Connor Rump is retired on a 5-3 putout. But back to the first, Madrid advanced on a stolen base, and a pass ball and scored. And then from there, Justin Batts walked, and then Flynn Shoup picked up a single. Both of them were left stranded. Connor Rump starts out the bottom of his second with a ground out to the glove of Evan Brock. Here's one half of the Ambrosio Bros. That's Michael Ambrosio stepping up to the plate.
Michael narrowly outpacing Steven in total batting average, also in on base, but trailing in, ahead in slugging, trailing in total on base.
Next pitch to him is in there for a strike. No swing there from Ambrosio.
Games starting 11 with a .125 batting average, 24 at bats.
Slow's working efficiently, only 20 pitches so far today.
Pitch. This one's high for a ball. Ambrosio steps out of the box, takes a deep breath. There he is stepping back in. The pitch. This one is waved on by Ambrosio. Count is now tied 2-2. That was disgusting breaking ball there by Sliz. 73 and had great movement. And there's the home plate umpire showing the 2-2. Sliz comes set, got his signs from his catcher Romick. Kicks, deals, the pitch. This one's fouled off. Ambrosio doing a great job of staying alive, down 2-2.
I'd say that's been the biggest improvement for Michael Ambrosio from the start of the season to the end. His at-bats have been so much more competitive, you rarely see him getting struck out on 3 or 4 pitches anymore.
The 2-2. Breaking ball. This one's chopped on third base line, but goes foul, left of the bag. So we'll do it again with a 2-2 count. As Ambrosio, like you said, is doing a great job of really just being more patient at the plate, but yet knowing that he needs to stay alive. If anything is close to the zone. Sliz set. 2-2. Again chopped on and fouled off. Ambrosio just a tad bit behind.
I'm always going to mention playoffs because it's starting to loom right now.
He's just going to fight. He keeps fighting. He's now on to his 8th pitch. Trying not to get down by Sliz.
It doesn't matter if you're a relief arm or closer.
2-2. This one's low for ball 3, and just like that, Ambrosio has worked a full count.
As a pitcher, it's just all arms on deck.
We'll see if he walks like bats or fights out like Monahan.
Payoff pitch. In there for strike 3. Ambrosio goes down looking. That's the second strikeout on the night for Sliz. And the second time that a double days batter has gone down looking. Here comes Burt Maxim with 2 outs and no one on. The right fielder looking to avoid the double days, going 3 up, 3 down with no hits. And Sliz is dealing right now. Pitch, breaking ball, gets away from him. Well upstairs, counts 1-0.
Sliz has seemingly been more successful against these righty batters as opposed to the double days lefties. That trend continuing right here.
Sliz set. The 1-0. This one's waved on, and there's a breaking ball working yet again, and Maxim. He looked like he was impressed by that breaking ball, kind of smiling after he swung at it. I mean, Sliz's breaking ball is just absolutely nasty. Lefty breaking ball is dangerous, as this one's blown by Maxim, clocked in at 87 miles per hour. It's a 1-2 count to the righty, Burt Maxim.
Really shows the longevity that Sliz.
Maxim's staying aggressive. He's been swinging at these pitches.
1-2. This one's missed by Burt Maxim. He goes down swinging. 3 strikeouts on the night for Sliz as the double days go 3 up, 3 down. So both teams in the second had problems at the plate against the starting pitchers for each team, as the Muck Dogs in the top of the second went 3 up, 3 down, and the double days go 3 up, 3 down with a ground out and 2 Ks. We'll be back for the third on the Double Days YouTube channel. Welcome into the top of the third. If you're just joining us, I'm Evan Carocchio, joined alongside by Ryan Story. It's tied game 1-1. Both pitchers for both teams are dueling tonight. They both have dealt through 2 full innings. And leading off for the Muck Dogs, that's Braden I, spelled E-Y-E. And let's see if he has an I at the plate. So far, he's working with an 0-1 count. Time is 7:03. We're just past the halfway mark here at Falcon Park. The lights are on. It's still windy and very cloudy. The clouds have not moved whatsoever, and the temperature has dropped a whopping 1 degree. It's 66 degrees here. Perfect night for fall baseball in the middle of July, as this one's waved on. Count is 0-2 to Braden I.
Yeah, and you mentioned it being windy. I wonder if that will come into play at some point in this contest. Coming out of left field, blowing the American flag to the right out there and left. So it might have an impact on players who pull it if you're righty and push it if you're lefty.
This one's roped down the right field line, but it cannot stay fair, so it's still an 0-2 count to the lefty I. Yeah, the wind actually affected me last night playing cornhole in Alexandria Bay, so definitely will have an effect here.
Did you at least win the game?
So I beat my brother a few times.
Okay.
And then he decided that he wanted to play like prime Tom Brady, but in cornhole, and then beat me 2 times in the night. So we're about even on the weekend series, but this one's fallen off.
We're gonna get a press box cornhole going. There's enough space up here to get to cornhole.
I would beat you so bad, I bet you would leave the press box crying. I bet you would be 21-0 every single time.
See, here's the thing. No, you wouldn't.
This one's going to be hit in the air, left field side. Flynn Shoup calling everyone off. Makes the catch for the first out. And the last 5 Muck Dogs batters have been retired after the single by Cooper Russell in the first. Lineup will flip over for the first time tonight for the Muck Dogs. Here's Jalen David, who hit for a single in the first and got out trying to advance to second.
On the first pitch, too, that was how David got there. Now trying to lay down a bunt for pulling it back.
His beautiful pink and blue bat. You can see how bright it is from up here.
You know, it sticks out, but it does not go with the jersey whatsoever. He needs to get a fashion stylist with him.
This one's going to be hit in a shallow right center field. Rumpf calls everyone off and makes the catch for out number 2.
Baker, as you mentioned, David, has done a great job ever since those first 5 batters. He's worked much better and hasn't left as many down the middle to be hit as little bloopers into the outfield.
Jackson Inman, who hit for a fielder's choice in the first and was the first run to come in on the game. He steps up to the plate with 2 outs and no one on. The pitch. Check swings, but home plate umpire says he went around that strike number 1. Beautiful pitch there by Baker. He'll blow it right by Inman.
Yeah, definitely fooled him, and he went all the way around. I didn't know if the umpire would call it, but it was the correct call.
This one is waved on. Actually, it was down in the ground, and there's the 2-strike, 2-out siren here in the top of the 3rd. And the Muck Dogs are in danger of going 3 up, 3 down in back-to-back innings. Baker set, kick steal. This one's going to be hit in the air. Left field side. Flynn Shoup over there again, calling everyone off. And the Muck Dogs go 3 up, 3 down in back-to-back innings. And Baker is strutting his stuff right now, headed towards the dugout. His team out there to greet him. He is doing a phenomenal job. He has retired the past 7 Muck Dogs batters. It's a tie game 1-1. We'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. The man behind the dish for the Double A's is leading this one off here in the bottom of the third. That's Jake Batavia, the catcher. He's facing off against Sliz. The 0-0. That misses for a ball, and we are underway here in the bottom of the third. So far, Batavia has 3 hits on the game. Double A's have 2. It's tied 1-1.
13 runs, 13 hits, 4 doubles, and
The
a
1-0.
RBI.
This one's low for ball 2. Batavia has yet to have anything to swing at.
Both teams outscoreless in the second inning. Sliz trying to keep that the same, to keep it tied. Staying to the top of the fourth.
2-0.
We got 3 more outs to go before we reach that.
Downstairs for ball 3.
Downstairs, it pushes it 3-0.
I mean, the velocity is working for Sliz.
It
That
really
one
is.
clocked in at 85.
And his off-speed pitches have worked too, so it's been a mix of both.
Sliz set.
The pitch. There is strike 1 to Batavia. That one looked close, but it's 3-1.
Playing with the zone, real punching in from strike 1, 3-1.
The pitch. This one is fouled off into the glove of Cooper Omick, and just like that, somehow, in some way, Sliz has worked a full count at bat. The payoff pitch.
No, payoff.
This one's going to be fouled off. Batavia doing a great job of staying alive.
Batavia got a much-needed day of rest yesterday. Corbin Lovejoy replaced him at catcher. Now Batavia trying to avoid striking out for the first time since Monday.
Payoff pitch again. This one's popped up. Right field side, well out of play over the bullpen for the Muck Dogs. And we'll do it again with another payoff pitch coming up.
Staying alive and staying with it. It's working.
Sliz set. Batavia set. The pitch
Once more.
swung on and missed. And that is the 4th strikeout on the night for the Auburn Double A's batters. Sliz is dealing after the first.
3 strikeouts in a row. Maxim went, Ambrosia went down backwards, and Maxim struck out to end the second swinging. Batavia also goes down swinging.
And for the Auburn Double A's, the lineup will flip over for the first time for them tonight. Here's Jada Madrid, who started off the game with a single
We're back to the top
and advanced around and scored the Double A's first and only run so far here on the game. He's working with 1 out, a 1-0 count, and no one on. The pitch from Sliz, a breaking ball, finds the zone, and there's strike number 1 to Madrid, who's batting 1,000 on the night.
Batting 1,000 and running 1,000 as well between the stolen base and the pass ball. He's been moving on the base path.
The pitch. Look out, that one almost clipped Madrid, had it shimmy out of the way. Counts 2-1.
Distance up there.
He's moving those bright yellow cleats around.
2-1.
Talk about fashion. He's got some nice style there, but you see the blue tint of the cleats matches his helmet.
4 strikeouts, like you mentioned, 3 straight right now.
The blue tint of the cleats matches his helmet? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said. The Buck Dogs, they need to.
It's called the sandwich method.
Sandwich. Tell me more about that.
It's where your shoes match your hat or match your shirt. You should start doing it more, because right now you got something going on. This one's chopped on. Running in is the third baseman Brock toward first in time to get the speedy Jaden Madrid. And the Double A's, since the first inning, have been retired 5 in a row so far. That's the second out here in the bottom of the third.
I thought Madrid might have been able to get there, but just outrun by the throw. Brock with a cannon right there.
Puts up 2 outs, left fielder number 13, Ethan Smith, up the back.
Here's Ethan Smith, who grounded out to the shortstop Cooper Russell in the first. He was the first out in the first for the Double A's. The 0-0 to him is fouled off. Somehow goes behind him towards the Double A's dugout.
Into the dugout, should I say? Wishes it 0-1.
Working with a 0-1 count, 2 outs, and no one on. The pitch. This one's low for ball 1 of the at-bat. Counts tied 1-1. And Ryan, you know I was joking, right? Like I
You know,
feel bad
that
now.
did kind of hurt my feelings, although I am someone who has notoriously not been a stylistic dresser through most of my life.
I do like your Hey Dudes, however. They match your shorts very well. You got that going for you.
Yeah, the Hey Dudes, I can dress like either a 50-year-old man or a poor college student. Because, hey, I am a poor college student.
I wore Hey Dudes all the time in college. They were so comfy.
Yeah, they're great, and you can slip them right on. It's fantastic.
2-2 to Smith. I think I own like 3 pairs of Hey Dudes. That's how much I love them.
See, my issue is I just wear them too much. Like, it's fine in the summer, but then you get to the winter, especially in Syracuse, walking to classes. Hey Dudes do not last through a Syracuse winter.
You should not be wearing Hey Dudes in the winter. You are going to slip and fall.
Well, that's happened before. I can tell you, that's happened before. Then you're in class with wet feet and sometimes a wet back.
2-2 to Smith, the pitch. This one is called a ball by the home plate umpire. And it's never mind. Ethan Smith
Everyone thought it.
actually check swung. He looked like he thought he struck out himself. And the home plate umpire checked with a field umpire. That's strike 3 and the 5th strikeout on the game for Jake Sliz. And the Doubledays also go 3 up, 3 down in back-to-back innings, matching the Muck Dogs. It's a pitcher's duel going on through 3. We'll be back for the 4th on the D-Days YouTube channel. Not only is it Dunkin' Donuts night, so free donuts for us, but kids just ran the bases. We had a kid that was trying to go home and touch home, but Baker was warming up. So I guess thankfully the home plate umpire stepped in and sent him back towards the third base tunnel. And stepping up to the plate is Brock. He rips one to Madrid. The throw to first in time. Jaden Madrid is making it look easy over at the shortstop position. One pitch, one out here in the top of the 4th. As being retired on the 6-3 ground out is Evan Brock, who is now 1 for 2 on the night. He singled in the first and got left stranded. And that is, I believe that is 8, yep, my math is actually correct for the first time. That's 8 batters in a row that have been retired since Baker gave up that single to Cooper Russell in the first. And stepping up to the plate is Brendan Reyna.
He's taking control of the game due to his pitching being on strikeouts, like we mentioned.
Reyna's only at-bat so far. He flew out to left field with runners on base, trying to avoid flying out again.
This one shot to left field. Running over is Ethan Smith. Loses his hat, but it is hit
right against the wall. I can tell you.
Very close to the wall in left field towards the Doubledays pen. So staying alive is Reyna. It's an 0-2 count, and that's a great attempt and a phenomenal hustle play by the left fielder Ethan Smith, who just missed it by inches.
Yeah, if there was no wall there, Smith could have gotten to that, but no reason to break your neck on a tough play.
0-2 count. The pitch from Baker is fouled off over the stadium roof. You're at Falcon Park. He actually hits the roof.
Baker 50 pitches deep now.
Baker set from the stretch, working with an 0-2 count. Still looking for his first strikeout on the night. This one's roped, but it goes foul, almost hits the field umpire. I mean, he had to move way to his left, jump out of the way, and he couldn't make the call, so the home plate umpire did. As it went foul, he gets a new baseball from the Doubledays ball boy. We'll do it again with an 0-2 count.
You could say that, but Baker will step off, and his time's called from Reina. He's now back in the box. Both of them are set this time.
The pitch.
Delivery.
That one's low.
Down low. 2-2.
That might be ball 2, so it's a 2-2 count. To the lefty Reina, who, like you said, flew out to Smith in the left.
He had been trailing behind Baker's pitches for a while, but on that last one, he had managed to pull it down the first base line, had been a little early on it. He's trying to figure out the perfect, exact time to swing his bat.
Just like that, Reina has worked a full count approach. Baker set the payoff pitch. This one misses upstairs for ball 4, and that is the first walk given up by Baker. As we fix our camera, we're having problems with the battery tonight, so we apologize. But Reina's on first safely. The first walk given up, and that ends the streak of Muck Dogs batters retired in a row.
It worked. And that's going to be the one cue that
went 8 in a row, and that ends it. Off first is Reina. Here's Cooper Russell hit for a single in the first. The pitch. This one's high for ball 1.
Very close to Cooper Russell. Scare. It's going to go for ball 1, but Russell only man so far with an RBI for the Buckdogs.
Now, Evan, the question is, do you spell donuts D-O-U-G-H or D-O-N-U-T?
D-O-N-U-T.
I agree. That's the way to spell. Donuts might have been correct at one point, but we're allowed to dumb it down a little bit.
What's your favorite donut at Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, I like the cinnamon sugar ones. Those are the real gas donuts.
So we'll go 1-2. 1 is the headlight. Number 2 is maple frosted for me.
I've never heard of the headlight.
It's chocolate,
Okay.
and then the middle is whipped cream with some like dough in the middle, I guess. It's phenomenal. But it's a 2-1 count as we're getting distracted talking about donuts to Cooper Russell. That one misses for 3-1. I guess we'll have to go somehow in between innings and go get some munchkins.
Yeah, again, they're free down there, so we'll have to go make a mad dash for that. Again, if you're watching from home, want some free donuts, spend the money to get a ticket here at Falcon Park and you get free donuts.
Roped into center field, Monahan running in, and that is out number 2 as Russell flies out to the glove of Teddy Monahan.
Good bounce back at bat by William Baker III, really working well against Cooper Russell and avenging the single he gave up in the first inning.
Glenn Brooks flew out to right field in the first. He ended the first. He was the third out. He's looking for revenge here with 2 outs and Reina, on first.
How they can make a bat and play right now? They tried pop flies, they tried grounders. Right now, they're making the play.
Baker set, and there goes the runner to second. The throwdown for Batavia on a hop. It gets past the glove of Rump, and it gets past Jaden Madrid, and making his way to third is Brendan Reina, who's 90 feet away from scoring. And it looks like he lost his fielder's net. Jaden Madrid gave that back to him. So the throwdown from Bentavanga hopped past the glove of Rump and Madrid. Monahan had to run in. He was able to go to third. It's ball 1 to Brooks.
Ball just missing both the second and shortstop.
The pitch. This one's broken to center field and will drop for a base hit in front of Teddy Monahan. An RBI single for Glenn Brooks to get his revenge off of Baker. It's 2-1 Muck Dogs as they end the streak of no run scoring for both teams. They lead this one 2-1.
What a shot by Brooks right there. A no-doubter. Now, honestly, I thought he might have been able to turn into a double. Braden Reyna scoring with ease. He was practically walking into home.
Glenn Brooks now batting .500 on the night, and here comes James Quintero, who flew out to left field to start off the second. He's working with a 2-1 score, 1 runner on and 2 outs. 1-0 is the count. The pitch. That's in there for strike 1 to Quintero.
But you talk about trying to find a way to get a ball down in the outfield, and it's right there. You just got to find a gap from Glenn Brooks and rifles that.
Up first is Brooks.
See the outfield. The gap
The pitch.
center and left is that's
Fouled off against the net.
It's much wider than in right field.
1-2 counts, and here's where Baker,
He had to get done.
with the 2 strike, 2 out siren going off with love. His first strikeout on the night. Already gave up 1 run.
Straight. No more. 2-1 lead for Batavia. 1-2 count, 2
The
out.
pitch. There it is. Down looking goes James Quintero. The Muck Dogs score 1. They're up 2-1. And the first strikeout of the night for Baker ends the inning. A single for Brooks. Scores Reyna. Double Days down 1. We'll make our way to the bottom of the 4th, where the Double Days look to capitalize off of Sliz, who is dueling right now. We'll be back on the Double Days YouTube channel. Bottom of the 4th, it's 2-1 Muck Dogs. Double Days looking to score some runs here. Is leading off for them is Teddy Monahan, who struck out looking in the first. On deck is Justin Batts. Muck Dogs have 4 hits on the game. Double Days have 2. And Double Days have 1 error in the field. Muck Dogs have 0. Sliz. First pitch to Monahan is in there for a strike, a breaking ball that finds the lower part of the zone, and we are underway here in the bottom of the 4th.
One thing against Sliz, I think the center of the zone really.
Sliz has 5 strikeouts on the game. He has been sharp since the first inning. This one's dribbled down the third base line, but goes left, called foul ball. And just like that, Monahan is down in the count 0-2.
Monahan's stuck, but he's also a batter who really never seems to be stuck. Even when he's in the mud, he can work his way out by just swinging that bat.
Domino to Sliz. Right now with an 0-2 count, Sliz.
He's set in the box. Sliz is set on the mound. Up 0-2. The pitch. This one's going to be roped in center field for a base hit. Monahan might be able to get some extra bases. He turns 2. It goes to the wall, and he's headed to third. The throw will not be in time. A triple for Teddy Monahan to get things going here in the bottom of the fourth, and the fans absolutely love it.
Frankly, that could have been a stand-up triple. Monahan sliding just for the flare. What a shot by Monahan. Now it's up to the Doubledays to make sure he touches home.
Teddy two bases, strikes again. I mean, he's been phenomenal for the Auburn Doubledays this season. Here's Justin Batts, who walked in the first. And this one gets past the glove of James Quintero. Goes in the right field for a base hit. That scores Teddy Monahan, an RBI single for Justin Batts. And back-to-back hits from the Auburn Doubledays to start out the bottom of the fourth.
It's eerily similar how similar these teams have been so far today. You look at both teams going through 6 batters in the first inning and scoring a run. Both teams going down 1-2-3 in the second, 1-2-3 in the third, and then scoring a run here in the fourth. If I had to take a guess, the Auburn Doubledays are going to go through about 5 batters right there, because that's what Batavia did.
Good enough for an RBI single.
That's great analysis, Ryan, because it is eerily similar how these teams are just doing the same thing as each other. It's like deja vu every half inning.
You just flip over your book and the exact same thing is right there.
Flint Shoop was batting 1,000 on the night, got left stranded in the first, is working with bats off of first. He follows that one off. Count is now tied 1-1. And to answer the YouTube comments question, yes, there have been a few Doubledays batters that have hit home runs this season. Teddy Monahan has hit 2. Luke Wire has hit 1. And up to the plate right now, Flynn Shoup has hit 1. And that came in last home game, that is, against Geneva. Right now, he's working with a 1-2 count against Liz. No one out, bats on first, Shoup. Well down the count, needs to do whatever he can to get on first. Sliz set, got his signs. Gives bats a look, kick steals, the pitch. This one, foul tipped into the glove of Cooper Romick, and that is a strikeout for Sliz. His 6th on the night, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
You know what this reminds me of? That outing back on June 14th, where Sliz struck out 11 batters over the course of 5 innings as Batavia took down Newark 11-0. That outing earned Sliz Pitcher of the Week on the western side of the PGCBL.
I mean, yeah, he has been sharp tonight. However, he gave up a run this inning. Let's see if he can get out of a bit of a jam with bats on first. Braden Michelson hit for a fielder's choice that ended the inning in the first. The pitch. This one's chopped on, fouled off. Count is now 0-2 as Michelson is down in the count.
Michelson down 0-2, just like Monahan was. We'll see if he has it in him to have that same bounce-back effort.
Sliz set, bats off first, keeping him closest, Quintero. Sliz gives a look, deals the pitch. Whoa, look out! Almost clipped Michelson in his leg. That one clocked in at nearly 90 miles per hour at 87.
Don't want to take that off your big count.
Michelson's heart is probably in his stomach right now. Next pitch, same location again. Skips in the dirt, however. Counts 2-2. A good hustle there by Cooper Romick to come in and grab it and prevent bats from advancing. The Doubledays fans have been electric tonight. Every single time the Doubledays have picked up a hit, they're stop clapping, making some noise. They'd love to see a base hit from Michelson. The pitch misses. That's ball 3. And just like that, Michelson has worked a full count approach. It was 0-2. It's now 3-2. The payoff pitch is just about on the way. Bats off first. Sliz set. The payoff pitch. This one's going to be chopped on. Goes to the glove. Third baseman Brock. Throw to second in time. Throw to first. Not in time. Another fielder's choice for Braden Michelson as Bats is out, trying to advance to second. That's almost the same thing that happened in the first. Bats was trying to advance to third, and he got out when Michelson hit it to third. There are 2 outs. Michelson is on first. Bats was out. Here's Connor Rump up the plate. First pitch to him is in there for a strike.
It took Rump exactly 1 pitch to hit into a grounder his last time out. So he's at least laughing longer this time around.
The pitch misses for a ball.
Downstairs, wishes count 1-1.
Outside 1-1. Off first is Michelson. There's a throw over on the pickoff attempt. It's not in time. Michelson dives back safely. And you can feel the bleachers shaking from the Double A's fans up here. The pitch. That misses for a ball. Count is 2-1.
Bump the ground out over to Evan Brock at third. Slice that back.
The pitch. That one was close. Missed for a ball. It's 3-1 to the righty Rump, who would love to work a walk to keep the inning live with 2 outs. Off first, Michelson, Quintero on the bag. The pitch. Ball 4. Working a walk is Connor Rump, who in the second grounded out to the third baseman Brock, and that will keep the inning alive with 2 outs.
That's the 10th walk that Rump has drawn this season. As a midseason addition, that's a pretty impressive number.
Michael Ambrosio. Steps up to the plate. He struck out looking in the second. Both runners off. The 0-0 to Ambrosio. Misses just inside for a ball. Good eye there from Ambrosio. Off of first is Rump. Off of second is Michelson.
These players have some speed. Don't be surprised if the double steal is incoming here.
Yeah, that's a good call, Ryan, because it has been successful for the Double A's. Let's see if they do it. Michelson well off second. The pitch. This one's fouled off. Count is 1-1.
The only reason they might not want to do it is because of Romick sitting back there. And you look at his stats when it comes to that this season, he is known for throwing out base runners.
Pitch. Upstairs for ball 2. Counts 2-1.
Uncharacteristic miss there for Slips. That was not even close. The zone didn't drop at all.
Sliz gives Michelson a look off second. Another. The 2-1. This one swung on and missed. Ambrosio now working with a 2-2 count. Looks like calling timeout is Cooper Romick. He must have seen something that he didn't like. He's going out there to talk to Jake Sliz. Probably just talking about what their favorite Dunkin' Donuts order is.
Romick really does seem like, I think he's a glazed guy. Meanwhile, I'd say that Sliz is chocolate frosted sprinkles.
No fruit? You don't think any of them like jelly donuts or anything?
No, you know, that's not what I let those guys move off. I think I don't eat jelly in my donut. You can have it separate.
I hate jelly donuts.
You know, you bite into a nice looking donut that has surprise to with jelly. Just toss that stuff.
It's like biting into a raisin cookie when you think it's chocolate chip. Double A's fans are electric. 2-2 count to Ambrosio. Both runners off. So breaking ball misses upstairs for ball 3. Beautiful eyes there by Ambrosio.
There's that all screen now?
I almost swung at that pitch from up here. That was a great decision not to swing the bat.
I mean, that was a great pitch by Sliz. It just didn't break enough. Full count approach. Both runners off. Stop, stop, clap. In play. Both runners go. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed. And there's a heartbreaker as two Doubledays runners were on. And that will end the inning. The Doubledays score one, tied up 2-2. We'll be back for the top of the fifth on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel.
Back here, top of the fifth inning. Ryan Story on the call. Evan Carocchio will be right back here on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. Now up to bat for the Batavia Muck Dogs is the catcher, Cooper Robick. Robick grounded out to third his last time up. Now stepping into the batter's box against William Baker, who gave up one run back in the fourth, but it's still not in this 2-2 ball game after Auburn responded immediately. And as I mentioned, eerily similar so far. 2 runs for each, 4 hits for each. The Doubledays have went through one more batter, as this is the 18th at-bat for the Muck Dogs today. The Doubledays just finished up their 18th. Romick, swung and missed at that first pitch. Now facing the 0-1, doesn't go there, that misses up there. That was 85 miles per hour. Just placed a little too high. Working on fixing that batter right now for you. That's skied high. 3 Doubledays converging on it. It's going to be the right fielder, Burt Maxson, coming up with a great play there by Burt Maxson. As we saw, Connor Rumpf really on his heels, running backwards, and Rumpf wasn't able to reach it. Maxson, however, was very much able to do so. That's the first out here in this top of the 5th inning. That will bring up Jeremy Ramos as he flew out to center his last appearance. First pitch falls low for a ball.
Break the tie. Muck Dogs is each team is copying the other.
Lefty batter back in the box. As that pitch right on the edge of the zone. We've got a 1-1 count.
Davey scored one in the top of first, and Auburn, of course, answered. Both teams scored. Until both teams put up one more. It's tied 2-2.
That's hit into center field. Monahan tracking it down, and he'll catch it over the shoulder. But still easily, as Teddy Monahan doesn't make many things look difficult. We've got 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th inning. Auburn making light work here in the 5th as the final batter in the Montgomery orders up to bat for the second time today. It's Braden Nye, who popped out to 5th to start the 3rd. Excuse me, popped out to 3rd base to start the 3rd.
Players figure stuff out. We could be seeing the end of tonight.
It's 72. It's just a question of
First pitch inside,
it's going to limit
just 76 miles per hour to eye.
again. Fire on this broadcast.
Evan said last time I was up, he really got to keep his eye on the ball.
Just more.
Dad joke there, sorry for that. That misses just outside. We've got a 2-0 count.
Bringing 5 or 6 pitches in those matchups. It's been servicing
Baker just shy of the 75 pitch mark.
It's been past week.
He's been efficient though, nearly 50 total strikes.
On that. That's outside.
There's an outside pitch that makes it a 3-0 count, trying to avoid the looming 4-pitch walk.
Niagara and another 2.
The sky continues to darken, but again, these clouds don't appear to be opening up to any rain. Just blocking the sun from coming in, and the heat, as that pitch shows some heat of his own, 85 miles per hour right down the gut. Now a 3-1 count for the lefty.
3-1 count.
Baker the 3rd, tossing it in and missing up high and away. There's ball 4. Just the 2nd walk today thrown by William Baker the 3rd. I takes first. Jalen David is up to bat as this one just flips around for the 2nd time today.
Jalen David.
David is 1 for 2 with a single and a pop out to 2nd his last time up. 2 outs on the board.
Star utility player for this team.
The first pitch falls in for a strike.
2 outs, so a unique situation. Single and then a fly out. Shallow right.
As we mentioned, David is a patient batter, but will spring at the first pitch he likes.
What he did in his first at bat. Trying to break this time once.
Baker, as that's it up the middle, that's gathered by Rump, tosses it to 2nd for out number 3. A little too close for comfort, but the Doubledays escape the top of the 5th. Can Auburn take their first lead of the night? When we come back in the bottom of the 5th, find out on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. Bottom 5, and the night is over for the starting pitcher for the Batavia Buckdogs. Jake Sliz takes his seat. He made it through 4 innings of work, and through, it looks like, 7 strikeouts. Yes, 7 strikeouts through just 4 innings, averaging nearly 2 punch-outs per inning. But for some reason, coming out with a relatively low pitch count, Mason Davey in to replace him. Davey sporting number 3 for the Buckdogs this season. On the season, 3-0 record, 8 total appearances, and just a 1.91 ERA. Most of those appearances have been starts, as he has 5 starts on the year. This is just his 4th relief appearance. Swing and a miss there for Burt Maxim, makes it a 0-2 count.
And we know for Burt Maxim, he was a strikeout victim to Sliz in the 2nd inning. He struck out swinging. He's going to want revenge here against Davey.
Shot over to short. He's way away. Russell can't connect with Quintero. That might have been an infield single, but Burt Maxim will take second as well off the throwing error.
Unlucky there for the shortstop, Cooper Russell. There'll be an E6 in the books. And that's just great heads-up base running there by Burt Maxim to go into an extra base hit, leg it out. And now the Double A's have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th.
That brings up Jake Bentavanga, the catcher, who struck out to kick off the 3rd inning. Now, with the runner in scoring position, also doesn't have an out this time. It's James Quintero, the first baseman, who is running down, really worried about that bunt attempt from Bentavanga.
Yeah, he's playing well in the grass, Quintero is. And third baseman Brock is playing at his normal position, which you don't see much. Typically, you see corners in. He plays on a bunt again.
That's it. Right down the third base line. A bunt by Bentavanga reaches first easily. That's an infield single. Oh my God, Bentavanga, you couldn't place that any better.
What a beautiful bunt by Bentavanga. I mean, I don't know if he meant to do that, but he placed it perfectly down the third base line. Runners on the corners for the Auburn Devil A's, and they have some energy here in the bottom of the 5th, and the fans love it.
What an unlucky start for Mason Davey, who hasn't let the ball go out of the infield. It's given up back-to-back infield singles to kick off the bottom of the 5th. That pitch misses as Jaden Madrid pulls back his own bunt attempt. Madrid 1 for 2 on the day. He scored the Double A's first. Now trying to knock into Double A's third. Give them their first lead. Falcon Park getting loud. Madrid going for another bunt. This time down the first base line. The throw will be made over the home. The tag not applied to Scott by Romick, and Burt Maxim scores from third. Your Auburn Double A's are the lead against the first place Batavia Buckdogs.
That's what you love to see. The bunts are working, and the base running has been phenomenal for the Auburn Double A's tonight. Burt Maxim, great heads-up base running there. He trucked down the line, able to score in a beautiful slide. No tag at all. 3-2 Double A's. What an exciting game this has been.
First pitch to Ethan Smith misses low. That pitch hit 90 miles per hour by Mason Davey, who's given up an earned run as Braden Madrid, Jake Bentavanga now sitting on first and second. No outs yet recorded. And there's a fielder's choice on Madrid's RBI. Still no outs recorded. Smith looking to lay down his own bunt. He pulls it back to 2-0 count. Romick had bounced up, ready to throw down to second, but he ultimately didn't need to. Music blaring loud. The Double A's getting loud and proud here at Falcon Park. Smith looking for another bunt. It's pulled back yet again. This time, though, it's called for a strike.
I mean, why change something if it's not broken? If Ethan Smith bunts here, I guess I wouldn't be surprised at all, because clearly it has been working for the Double A's here at the bottom of the 5th. They scored a run thanks to it.
Double A's 2 for 2 on bunts this inning. Smith wasn't showing bunt there. It misses upstairs. So Smith is one ball away from loading these bases up with a walk. 3-1. Pitch misses low in the dirt. These bases are loaded, and right now the Muck Dogs have to regret making that switch from Smith to Davey, as Davey still hasn't reported it out through 4 batters.
There is a pitcher warming up in the pen for the Muck Dogs. And this has just been an ugly start for an inning for Davey. And we've got someone due up to the plate next. Davey should not be happy to face at all. And Teddy Monahan, he hit for a triple in the 4th and scored, and he is red hot right now, and he's working with bases loaded. A single would score a couple. So let's see if Davey is able to relax and calm down after this meeting and able to work a strikeout and get out of this jam, or Teddy Monahan is going to stay as hot as he's been in the most recent games that he's played in.
But you're right, Evan. It's Teddy Monahan is the last time you want to see here, especially with no outs. Now, if you have 2 outs, it's possible to get him out. But with 0, Monahan just needs to hit this ball in play to get the plays run across the board. Yes, good job. Lots of it already now. Pitch falls in for strike 1. Monahan didn't think that could get enough curve. It does at just 72 miles per hour. Davey has 4 pitches in his arsenal. He's got a fastball, a changeup, a curveball, and a slider. As that misses low and away.
Stay motivated. That's his primary job. He's got to get it done. He's got to do that here, especially when the no outs. Everyone's got to comply with
1-1 count. That misses in there for strike 2.
We're changing our camera again real quick. We apologize.
1 and 2 as we hit 7:54 p.m. Monahan ready, swinging his bat. Waiting to pitch from Davey. That's cracked over to the second base for the throw. It's home. It's a little wild. That gets Jake Benjavengo running home. What a perfect throw from Braden I to nab Jake Benjavengo. The bases remain loaded on the fielder's choice.
I mean, that was just a great play from Braden I to prevent a run from scoring for the Double Days. Unlucky for Monahan that he couldn't hit it out of the infield. Phenomenal play by the second baseman for the Muck Dogs, and a great tag by Cooper Roman.
Tag to get the throw. I thought it was wild at first, but it was actually the perfect spot. That swings and misses with 1 out on the board. Davey completed the first of 3 steps to getting out of this inning mostly unscathed. He's already given up 1 run and the lead as Bat swings and fouls that off.
It's an 0-2 count here for Justin Bax.
Since the game was tied when Sliz left the game, he's in no danger of his record being blemished. But right now for Davey, he's trying to avoid his first loss credited up the season. The best way to do that, limit the damage to just 1 run. Get a strikeout here to help. If he does, Justin Bats goes down looking. His first strikeout today. What a toss by Davey.
That's the second out. It would be huge if Davey were somehow able to escape this jam. Here comes Flint Shoup, who already hit for a single on the game. He struck out in the 4th. It was a foul tip into the glove. So let's see what Shoup can do here with bases loaded and 2 outs.
Tale of 2 at-bats so far from Shoup. The first pitch swung on in, whiff. There was a nice cut by Shoup.
The bat nowhere to be seen. You can see that one here. He wanted it.
Davey on his 20th pitch of the inning.
Go.
Bases still loaded, 2 outs on the board. Monahan at first, Smith at second, Madrid at third. 0-1. That falls in for strike 2. Shoop takes it. Now he takes a breath, shakes his arms out. He's going to step back in, down to his last strike. Shoop really doesn't want to strike out. It's his second straight inning.
Count.
The 0-2 is just a tad low.
On the long way. 1, 2.
89 miles per hour there. Davey resets. We'll see which of his 4 pitches he wants to go to. His breaking book's been working. That pitch right on the edge and misses outside. Shoop staying patient and not getting baited into going after a bad one.
Stop from rolling. That one definitely not what Davey wanted it all.
Remick staying well behind the plate. Davey resets, looking back. Now the toss. It's like a hit over to the shortstop. Russell loves it. Throw back to the side. Base starter doesn't come up empty. Auburn with a 4-2 lead.
And that's what you love to see, the double A's scoring the runners on the bases with 2 outs, not ending an inning without scoring at least one of them. Great job by Flynn Shoop to put his bat on the ball and hit it hard enough that it forced Russell back on the grass. Have to make a tough play. Just put your bat on the ball, make them make tough plays. Double A's up 4-2.
Madrid scored there, running from home. Now it's Shoop at first, Monahan at second, Smith at third, with Michelson facing the 1-0 count. Michelson so far today has hit into 2 different choices, including one to end the ballot back in the first inning. Trying to avoid ending it for a second straight time, he fouls that off. It's been incredible to hear how loud the Falcons faithful have gotten throughout this entire game.
Yeah, they're moving the camera with how much they're stopping and clapping. I mean, they have been so fun tonight.
For the double days, as that pitch falls in for strike 2. Sitting down to his last strike. Trying to score Smith on the third. 1-2, misses outside. Good take by Michelson.
On the outside part of the whole plate. It's 2-2.
2-2 count. 2 outs on the board.
Stand alive is Michelson. He's 0-2 on the day.
Davey's pitch count continues to rise with this disastrous 5th inning. His first, as that swung on and fouled off. Michelson is the 8th batter that Davey has seen this inning. So far, he's given up 3 hits, all infield singles, and then he's also given up fielder's choice bunt. Now it's a 2-2 yet again. Davey, that swung on and fouled off. Michelson will not go down quietly.
Yeah, he's fighting at the plate right now. He's been fun to watch in this at-bat. I would love for him to hit a screamer into the outfield and get rewarded after fighting off so many pitches in this at-bat.
Relatively deep. That pitch misses inside. Davey, Michelson to move his arm slightly out of the way. It's a full count, and this is a tough payoff pitch for Mason Davey here. A walk scores a run. You have to throw it in the strike zone. Michelson knows that. He will win this duel. Payoff pitch. Davey resets. Kick, slide, throw in and low. The double A's extend their lead to 3 runs. And Ethan Smith scores from third on the downstairs ball. The Doubledays still have the bases loaded and continue to add to their lead.
What an inning this has been for the Auburn Doubledays. So far, 3 runs have come in. They're showing great discipline at the plate, bunting phenomenally, hitting well, running very intelligently around the bases. Everything is going right for them so far here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now with Monahan just 90 feet away and the bases still full, Connor Rump is up. He's facing the 0-1 count.
Rump grounded out in the 2nd and walked to the 4th. Let's see what he can do here.
That bounces right off Rump, and guess what? That's another run scoring for the Auburn Doubledays. They had 2 entering this inning. They have 4 now. And for a little bit there, Evan, it looked like Auburn was going to come away with just 1 run. Now they've really put some damage on the scoreboard and done some damage to Mason Davey.
4 runs have come in here in the bottom of the 5th, and it looks like we have a pinch batter in for Michael Ambrosio. It's William Ragland III out there in place of Ambrosio, who went 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking in the 2nd. And a strikeout swinging in the 4th, and this is the guy that you want up to the plate. I know for a fact that he is batting .300 on the season. He's batting .375. He has 18 hits, 9 RBIs, and he is hot. He would love to pick up double-digit RBIs here with bases loaded and 2 outs. Great move by Coach Eaton. And let's see what Ragland can do with the fans stopping, making some noise on their feet.
And frankly, I was surprised to not see Ragland in the lineup in such a must-win game like this one today. But to be fair, he was the starting pitcher and the winning pitcher in yesterday's contest against Geneva. So I guess it's fair to have him just come off the bench to pitch. A 1-0 count to Ragland. He's waving his batter up. The base is still loaded. There's strike 1 as Ragland takes it. Switching our camera out. Sorry about that, everyone. Again, we're going to have some issues with this throughout the game, but don't worry, we still got the coverage here at Falcon Park. The 1-1 remains loud. Ragland fouls it off. See, you didn't miss much of anything as count sits at 1-2. Ragland, just like the 2 batters before, just like Michael said, just like Shute, down to his last strike. Captain steps back in. Not wanting to end the rally. He hits it out. Cooper that the Auburn Doubledays lead 8-2 over the Batavia Buckdogs. Evan, who could have seen this coming?
What a fun inning this has been here at Falcon Park. 6 runs have come in. They lead 8-2. I mean, this is exactly the kind of game that the Doubledays needed. And this is the kind of game that Doubledays fans love to see. They have almost cleared the bases. They've scored 6 runs. Bert Maxim is already hit in this inning, and he's looking to get another way to get on first base safely.
Yeah, Maxim got on first. An infield hit to kick off the inning, but advanced the second off the throwing error. Who knew that was going to spark a 6-run rally? And it's just a 6-run rally for right now, because there's still runners on the corners with 2 outs on the board. So 1 count to Maxim. That misses low and away. Good take by Maxim. Rump had moved over to third on the hit by Ragland as all runners finished at least 2 bases. But a swing and a miss by Maxim puts him down in the count. Davey at 42 pitches right now. He's with 6 runs all earned. 1-2. And Ragland takes off the throw, will not be in time. He still slides it for back anyway. As Roman ultimately has to just toss it back to his pitcher instead of down to second. A stolen base there for William Ragland.
Can't imagine how Ragland's doing right now. Just hit a single, he was pinch hit a single, scored 2 runs himself, picked up a stolen base.
And there's a ultimately, it will end the 5th inning as Jeremy Ramos gets underneath it for out number 3 with the double days. Certainly not disappointed with the events that transpired. With 2 outs on the board, they scored 5 runs to make it 6 total here in the 5th. An 8-2 ballgame in favor of the Auburn double days. See how Batavia responds when we come back here in the 6th inning.
Tomorrow,
Still on the mound for your Auburn double days, albeit very rested, is William Baker III after the Auburn doubles went through 11 batters in the bottom of the 5th inning, ultimately plating 6 runs as Auburn leads by 6. Baker's first pitch of the inning is fouled off by Jackson Inman. As I guess Batavia wouldn't rather have anyone else up to bat than Inman to try to help the Buckdogs respond to the rally that just went down. The two teams have been playing exactly the same for the first 4 innings, and Auburn just said, no, in the 5th, didn't follow Batavia's lead of scoring 0 runs and put 6 runs up on the board.
Yeah, what a fun inning that was. I mean, the fans were in it. It felt like we were at an MLB stadium. The way the energy was here, it was awesome, so fun to watch. And the Double A's had everything going right for them. Just a great inning for them. And let's hope that the Double A's can keep it going throughout the game and Baker can throw a complete game.
But we have seen at times the Double A's take their foot off the gas and run into some issues against really good teams. We saw it against the Jamestown Tarp Skunks a few times earlier this month. So now here against Batavia, you have to stay disciplined as they seek to upset the top seed in the Western Conference. The Double A's haven't beat Batavia since back on June 23rd, but with a good start to the inning, it's Baker who strikes out Jackson Inman.
William Baker, second.
After
that
Baker
one
picks
right
up
by
his-
him.
Oh yeah, right by him. After Baker picks up his second strikeout of the day, it's Evan Brock. As Brock is 1 for 2 on the day, entering the 6th. Inman falls to 0 for 3 on the night, so the Doubledays have to stay vigilant there because Inman likely will not go 0 for 4. Brock takes the first pitch for a strike. Ooh, that's too far inside off of the shoulder of Brock. That's a hit by pitch that advances Brock to first. We switch out our cameras. Braden Rada up to bat, the lefty, awaiting in the batter's box. Empire switching out their balls as we switch out our cameras. Bentavenga's resetting behind the dish. The Doubledays currently have doubled up Batavia in the hits column 8-4. The two teams remain tied in the errors column 1-1. Reyna takes pitch 1 for ball 1. That was one of Baker's first truly wild pitches of the night. His 85th toss, and now 86 winds up in strike 1. Reyna walked in his last at bat, managed to score off of that as he stole second, then advanced to third on the air. There's a base hit for Braden Reyna. Brock holds up at 2. That puts runners on first and second with just 1 out. Good job by Burt Maxim there to freeze Brock at second as Brock kind of hesitated on the chase over to tag the bag. Now Thomas Heath is going to come chat with his starting pitcher. I'd be a little surprised if he's pulled right here, but as the Double-A's have had some movement in the bullpen, but none right now.
Yeah, I think this is just kind of a talking to, as he just gave up a hit by pitch and a single. Like I said, I agree with you. I don't know if he'll pull him out. I don't think he should, to be honest, because it's just kind of a mishap or back-to-back at bats. I think Baker has the confidence within himself to dial back in and end the inning, and then I believe he'll be taken out. Because I think he's approaching triple digits. Matter of fact, he's at 87 pitches. So I could see him getting out of this inning and then being taken out. But he has been phenomenal tonight through 5 1/3.
Yeah, just shy of the 90 mark. But you look, since that first inning where he gave up 3 hits, he's only given up 2 from the second to the 6th. That one that he gave up to Braden Reyna was the second that I was talking about through that 5-inning span. It's an 0-1 count to Cooper Russell. Russell's 1 for 2 on the night, had the RBI single back in the first and trying to repeat that, instead whiffs.
And there's Baker getting ahead in the count 0-2. Would love a strikeout here. Has 2 on the game.
He's had 1 looking, 1 swinging, and can't get another. That's skied high into right field. Maxim tracking it down and coming down with that. Brock will tag up to third, and it looks like Reyna will tag up to second as well. Ultimately, Russell will move both runners forward, 2 in scoring position as Glenn Brooks approaches the plate.
Jeez, and that was a phenomenal throw by Burt Maxim in right field. Almost got the runner tagging up, going to third, and Evan Brock. I mean, clearly he has a cannon in right field.
After Russell's flyout, Glenn Brooks approaches home. Brooks had that RBI single back in the 4th that gave Batavia a very temporary lead. He's got 2 runners in scoring position this time. We'll see if he can capitalize. First pitch falls in for a strike. Gotta love how Brooks' bat, though, matches perfectly with the jersey color of the Muck Dogs. We've been talking about fashion a lot today, and he certainly gets an A+ in that department. That swing on rip. Get over into left field. That'll drop in front of Smith. Smith throws it home, trying to get out. The second runner can't do so. Reyna and Brock both score. Glenn Brooks picks up RBIs 2 and 3 of the day. Auburn leads 8-4.
Desperate hour.
Great way for the Buck Dogs to inch back here in the top of the sixth. Scored 2 runs. That's the most they've scored all game, and the inning's not over yet. It's 8-4 Doubledays, and they still have a runner on first. And here comes Quintero, who's hungry for his first hit on the night. He's 0 for 2 with a flyout and strikeout.
Quintero struck out looking to end the 4th inning. As we switch our cameras again, sorry, a little bit of hot potato being played today. First pitch, missed for a ball, 88 miles per hour. A second pitch, blazing low at 89. We've got a 2-0 count. Baker's pitch count continues to grow ever higher as he's hit 93 so far tonight. There's strike 1. We got a 2-1 count.
Stands 4-8. Glenn Brooks is good for their 6th.
Brooks staying tight to first. The strike 2 falls in.
Lower end that goes in for strike 2 there.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Baker trying to get out of this inning before hitting triple-digit tosses.
2-2. Baker. Set. Deliver.
The 2-2 pitch is popped up high and out of play. The lefty batter stepping back in against the righty pitcher. Could be his last pitch of the night. It's hit over to the second baseman, Rump, who gloves it, tosses it to Bats. Nearly takes him off the back, but Bats anchors on first for out number 3. The Doubledays have their lead slightly cut into, but are still doubling up the Batavia Buck Dogs 8-4 as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom 6 here at Falcon Park. Ryan Stewart alongside Evan Carocchio on the call. The Auburn Doubledays lead by 4 over the Batavia Buck Dogs. Jake Bentavenga kicks us off. He singled on a beautifully placed bunt back in the 5th inning. That was part of the 6-run rally by the Doubledays. And Devin, that 6-run rally might just get this Auburn Doubledays team into the playoffs. They don't have a clinching scenario today, but they entered this game as the 3 seed, way out of the pit. They were behind on Jamestown by 5 games, behind Batavia by 6. But only a game and a half ahead of the Ironbacks, 2 games ahead of the Pioneers out of Elmira. with this win, huge in terms of advancing their spot in securing that spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, Muck Dogs in first, Tarp Skunks in second, Doubledays in third.
There's a shot into left center field, and that is
snagged by Jalen
it's
David.
caught by Jalen David. Lost it in the light of the scoreboard for a second. It looked like it might have gotten out of Falcon Park, but Doubledays won't be blessed with 2 home runs in 1 week. Instead, just a very, very long out for Jake Batavia.
That great run by Jalen David in center field. I mean, he covered a lot of ground there to get the out.
His back goes a little bit longer in his favor. Didn't work out, but again, back to the top of the lineup. So
Jaden Madrid up to bat as the Doubledays are approaching their 4th times through the lineup. Madrid has scored twice today. Reached base via a bunt last time. This time, won't be as lucky. He gets a base hit, though. His second hit of the night as Braden Rada stops it out in right field.
A beautiful piece of hitting there by Madrid. Able to one-hop it into right field for a base hit. And here comes Ethan Smith, who is due.
Yeah, Madrid has 2 hits on the day, including 2 runs. Smith has a run, but no hits. His last time up, he walked and was able to come around the bases. That breaking ball misses low. There is a pitching change here in this inning, as we regret to inform you that we caught this a little bit late. We're going to have a half inning of a radio broadcast here as we work to fix our camera issues. But this new pitcher for the Ducks is number 21, Matt Marsh. As that ball misses low in the dirt, we got a 2-1 count here to Ethan Smith. 2-1 count with the Madrid struck to first. Just 1 out so far this inning. Batavia on the fly out. Now the pitch in and fouled off. That's fouled off over to the right-hand side into the grandstands. That makes it a 2-2 count with 1 out on the board. Marsh fighting right here. His ERA on the campaign, 7.5. His 4th appearance today. The 2-2. And he just barely misses outside. That was close. Umpire thought about it, didn't call it. We've got a full count here with 1 runner on.
Doubledays 10 hits on the game. Muck Dogs 6. Doubledays would love another one here with a runner on.
A full count. Smith, ready. Slide, quick pitch, misses inside. There's runners on first and second now as Smith walks over to first and Madrid can advance to second.
Great at bat for Ethan Smith. That's his 2nd walk on the game. He scored after walking in the 5th. That advances Madrid to 2nd. Smith on first. Here comes Teddy Monahan, who has a triple of strikeout and a fielder's choice hit in the 5th. He scored himself in the 4th and 5th. Would love to advance the runner off for first and second with 1 out.
Monahan was winding up on that last pitch. Didn't go, though, at the 90-mile-per-hour ball. So 1-0 count. Monahan resets. The southpaw in March has an eye over at Smith at first as Monahan took a big rip at that, couldn't connect.
1-1. 3 runs, no strikeouts.
A 1-1 count now. Monahan will reset after that monstrous swing. That's waiting on deck with 1 out on the board. The 1-1. That's cracked foul just over to the Doubledays dugout.
Injury against James on Turpstone's matchup where he
Monahan readjusts again.
Injury in his shoulder.
Marsh moving around on the pitcher's mound. Got the camera back for you guys here in this Falcon Park Flash. As I mentioned, the Doubleday being left. The 1-2 pitch misses in the dirt. Good stop by Roma, keeping the ball in front of him. Doesn't want to get past him again. He's already given up 1 run on a pass ball earlier today. Surprising to see no double steal here by the Doubledays. They've got Jaden Madrid, their favorite base runner, over at second. Smith is also pretty speedy over at first. Madrid dancing around. That pitch low and inside, and you can kind of see why now as they're waiting for Marsh to find his touch. It's a full count with 1 out on the board. Marsh is certainly more of a strikeout pitcher, has very high velocity, but also has to deal with the accuracy. Full count. A payoff pitch. This one got hit over to the third baseman. Rock with the throw to first. It's narrowly in time. Beats out Teddy Monahan. But that advances both Smith and Madrid to in scoring position for Justin Batts up at the plate.
Yeah, that's a great play by the hot corner by Evan Brock. Able to get Monahan out at first, but thankfully for Monahan, even though he's out, he advanced 2 runners into scoring position, and here comes Justin Batts.
The Doubledays playing good team baseball today. The camera goes out again. Good team baseball. They haven't been stretching as many runners on. Batts trying to keep that trend the same. Instead, he grounds over to Braden I from second, tossing to first. Quintero getting the third and final out. The Doubledays grand 2 in scoring position, but still lead by 4 over the Batavia Buckeyes. We'll be right back at the top of the 7th inning.
The double base favor.
World Radio play-by-play here to the top of the 7th inning. Sorry about that. We'll be back in the 8th with some camera action for you all watching this game from home or listening to this game at home. Thanks for following with us here. This 8-4 clash. Cooper Robeck swings and flails and misses at that curveball from William Baker. Just 76 miles per hour broke underneath his swing. Baker just tossed his 98th pitch, and there's 99 up high and inside. This next one will be the big triple-digit number.
You know, I said to you, I thought they were going to take Baker out at the start of the 7th, but I'm surprised they've kept him in this long, but at the same time, he's been dealing.
Well, there's a shot into right field. Maxim backing up, catching it just in front of the warning track. Romick goes down easily here as the first out at the top of the 7th.
Well, I guess proving my point even more, he gets flyouts, he gets groundouts. He's just a hard pitcher to hit against, and that proves that he deserved to be out here. Let's hope that he can finish the inning strong with 1 out.
Back-to-back F9s for Cooper Romick. That brings up Jeremy Ramos, who has 2 back-to-back F8. We'll see if he can avoid center field this time around. The first pitch swung on and whipped. Another beautiful pitch that dove into the dirt. Ramos chasing. The 0-1. Another breaking ball. This time Ramos is a little bit more vigilant. Doesn't go. Ramos batting .265 on the year. Only has one extra base hit. Not exactly the guy who's going to kickstart this Muck Dogs rally. That pitch missed inside for a 2-1 count. A little dark here at Falcon Park as these clouds have really encapsulated the entire sky.
Lower end, strike two.
There's strike two falling in against Ramos. The 2-2 pitch hit over to the second base.
Wow.
Good by Rump. Thrown over to first. And just barely in time. One toss is actually William Braggett, who's entering this game for Connor Rump. And I don't know how he got it there in time, but somehow he did.
I mean, what a play by William Ragland III. I mean, that had me appalled. That was phenomenal. It was smoked on the ground. He was able to pick it off backhanded. Phenomenal toss to first for the second out. I mean, he looked like prime Robinson Cano over at second base. He made that look so easy. I mean, Ragland is just so fun to watch. That was a great play by the second baseman for the Auburn Double A's.
Big shoes to fill. Robinson Cano. Brandon Ice has some tough shoes to follow as he's in a 1-1 count with nobody on and 2 outs. Baker with the even pitch. It's hit high over into left field. Tracking it is Smith, and he does come down with it. 3 plays made by the Double A's defense, all of them perfect. As Batavia goes down 1-2-3, the top of the 7th. The Auburn Double A's are up to bat when we return here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a new pitcher here after the 7th inning stretch for the Batavia Muck Dogs, their 4th of the night. Landon Stoddard. That's just the game standing 6'1", 170, a freshman out of Alfred State. He'll enter this game as Auburn tries to add more cushion to their 8-4 advantage over the Batavia Muck Dogs. His first test will be a tough one against Flynn Shoopers. He's 2 for 3 on the night, 2 singles, 1 RBI. First pitch, right in there for strike one, 84 miles per hour. That's about what we'll see as the average speed out of Stoddard. 84, 85 mile per hour fastballs with a curveball in the high 60s, low 70s, and a changeup in the mid 70s. That pitch bounces away from the catcher in Cooper Romek. Skids in the dirt for a 1-1 count. Thanks for sticking with us here on the Auburn Double A's YouTube channel. Ryan Story alongside Evan Carocchio on the call. And we apologize for the radio broadcast right now. We'll be back here with some video when we return in the 8th inning. The 1 count shoot.
And no longer on deck anymore is Braden Michelson. It's actually Nacho Gonzalez.
Nacho getting some back. That's the Double A's lead. Michelson today had only been 0 for 2 with a walk. So Gonzalez will try to add a little bit of a jolt there in the 6th hole. Troop, of course, staying in. Then Michelson will be, then Gonzalez will be followed up by Connor Rump and Bill Wagner. The 3-1 count shoot. That pinch just on the outside part of the zone. It's a 3-2 count now.
And Shoop is someone who already has 2 hits on the night. Clearly knows his pitch. Let's see what he can do here with the payoff pitch coming up.
The full count. Stoddard kick, slides the pitch outside, not even close to the zone. Shoop will walk safely, and that brings up the pinch hitter Nacho Gonzalez with a runner on first and no out. The lefty Gonzalez stepped in against the righty Stoddard. Stoddard this season for the Muck Dogs, putting a 12.66 ERA, making his 8th appearance here. He's just got an 0-1 record, but does have a save appearance, so certainly used to some relief outings.
Yeah, and Michelson's night is going to hit for a fielder's choice in the first. That ended the inning. In the 4th, he hit for a fielder's choice, got left stranded. And then the 5th, he walked and scored.
Gonzalez directs the pitch in and just too far inside for a 1-0 count. Stoddard has had some trouble locating the strike zone early. As it's down the first base line, Quintero will gather it and take out Shoop, but it's going to take out Gonzalez, but Shoop will advance to second. The Double A's have a runner in scoring position after the unassist is put out by Quintero.
Yeah, unlucky for Nacho. It looked like it hit right off the end of his bat and went down the first base line, but Flynn Shoop is in scoring position, and here comes Connor Rumpf with 1 out and a runner on second.
Standing tall. Righty and Stoddard. The first pitch finds the zone for strike 1. Just 75 miles per hour there. The changeup slots in. One out here with the Double A's having a runner in scoring position. They stranded 2 in scoring position back in the 6th. Rump falls behind 0-2 with the curveball this time being the one to get it. This at bat, we've seen Stoddard's changeup, his curveball. Now does he go to the fastball to complete the trifecta? The 0-2 is swung on and fouled up just outside the first base line. And it was that curveball yet again. He went back to it. To count for the Double A's. Oh, with the quick pitch. He kind of just tapped that one over in the direction of the Muck Dogs bullpen. was a little late in it. Some defensive swinging from Robin.
Bet at a 45-degree angle. And it's just
I mean, that one was kind of weird. It was almost like a protected check swing, but it looked like if he swung all the way around, he could have gotten great contact on it. So it's probably one that he's going to want back.
Awkward swing by Rump. Reset. Still with the count 0-2. As that curveball just misses low. A little bit too much movement on that pitch.
Yep, we're not the umpire.
I
That
like that.
looked like it probably slotted in. But from fresh air. He awaits the pitch. It swung out and fouled off again. We're approaching the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Still a 1-2 count to Rump. He's fouled off 3 of the last 4 pitches he's seen. Ragland waiting on deck. Ragland had a 2 RBI single in his only at-bat of the game back in the 5th inning. Faithful staying left. The pitch too far upstairs.
Upstairs. You
It took Stoddard 8 pitches to deal with the first 2 batters. It's going to take him 8 to go through from right here. Still at 2-2 and make it the 8th pitch in the dirt for a full count.
Good eye there by Rump. That one looked tempting.
He has a better eye than Braden Eye over at second. The next pitch. This time a payoff. There's strike 3 right on the outside edge of the plate. Rump not happy, but he'll have to lick his wounds and head back to the dugout as the Double A's now have 2 outs on the board. Landon Stoddard has his first strikeout.
Yeah, he could not believe it at all. And here comes William Ragland III. He's pitch batting for Michael Ambrosio. He came in for him in the 5th, hit a single, picked up a stolen base. He scored 2 runs, and then he had a phenomenal play at second base that prevented a hit from going to right field. So he is hot tonight, and let's see what he can do here with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
Ragland entered this contest with a .375 batting average, then up to .388 Monday's back, 304 hitting there. Bounced back with a great pitching performance yesterday and is already made up for it at the plate again today. He took the first pitch for a strike, however. See on the channel, 8:45. Yeah, 2 hours 50 minutes into this ball game. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, the breaking ball misses low. Stoddard on his 20th pitch of the night. 1-1. This is outside. Good stop by Romek. Ragland telling Shoop to stay at second. Romek has mostly kept everything in front of him today with just one exception. That exception allowing the Double A's to score a run, but that was early on, prior to the Double A's going on a 6-run rally in the 5th inning. Now a 2-1 count makes it 2-2. It took the home plate umpire a second to decide the fate of that pitch that Ragland took. He rules it a strike. Ragland has to step back in with the 2-2 count.
2-2 count. Ragland gets on. Maxim's on deck. He is due, and Ragland calls time out. Dealing with a lot of pressure right now. Double is trying to score some more insurance runs here in the bottom of the 7th.
Talk about Maxim being on deck. He's had 2 great contact plays each of his last 2 at-bats. One of them dropping for a hit. He wants to be back up. Now the 2-2 hit right up the gut and chopper over to the shortstop. Also, Russell connects with Quintero for out number 3. The 6-3 put out ends the 7th. The Double A's are held scoreless for the 2nd straight inning. Auburn leads by 4 as we head into the 8th. Stay tuned on the Auburn Double A's YouTube channel. Jalen David back up. We can see him now at home plate. Double A's lead 8-4 here at the top of the 8th. David takes the first pitch for a ball, and Evan, I don't know how, I don't know why, but William Baker is still out there on the mound. He just threw his 109th pitch of the night.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly a machine, so showing no signs of fatigue, injury, etc. I mean, he's given up 4 runs, but he has only given up 6 hits. And he clearly has his team in the lead. Double is up 8-4. He has been sharp tonight, so fun to watch. And right now, he is working with a 1-2 count to the leadoff batter in Jalen David.
You look at his total stats on the season, and we talked about how he had pitched just over 37 innings out the year through about 6 appearances. So on average, we'd see Baker go for about 6 1/3 innings pitched per appearance. As there's the drop third strike to throw down to first is high, but caught by Bats. There's the out made for the strikeout, plus the drop third strike, the 2-3 put out makes 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. But as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by Jalen David, the Baker's average outing hits are just over 6 total innings each time. So to go here into the 8th, and it looks like he's trying to go deep into the 8th, very impressive, and it's certainly an outlier performance.
Yeah, here comes Jackson Inman, who is 0 for 3 on the night. Fielder's choice hit and scored in the first, flew out in the third, and then struck out swinging in the 6th.
It will be tough to keep Inman 0 for 4 on the night. Right now he's 0 for 3. He just swung and fouled that off.
The thing with Brett Baker is he's only recorded 3 strikeouts in the 31 batters faced all day. He's now above 110.
Perhaps what's helped Baker so far in this contest is he hasn't been hunting strikeouts. He's been efficient. He's been forcing flyouts, grounders, you name it. Well, there he allows a base hit just out of the infield. Jackson Inman picks up his first of the day. And for a 400 batter, you knew that was coming at some point.
1 out.
That was just out of the infield, over the head of Jaden, dropping in front of Ethan Smith, who gets it in. Inman's at first. Evan Brock is up to bat.
We might have somebody warming up right now, but it's just going to be.
The Double A's do have movement in the bullpen.
Baker's number to end the day. I believe that is.
I imagine Thomas Eaton doesn't want to let Baker not get through this inning. I'm sure he wants Baker to at least get through 8, and maybe, just maybe, we could see a complete game out of the starting pitcher.
That would be so fun to see and so rewarding for Baker because he truly deserves it. He's been a machine tonight, just dealing.
And I think a testament to his accuracy, he's only hit 1 batter to that. It means he hasn't had any fluke pitches that have suddenly gotten away from him. Outside of that 1, he's really just been consistent. And that's hit into right field. Gathering it is Burt Maxim. There's out 2. And when you give up high contact like that, you don't want to give up too much of that contact, but it's so high that the outfielders will almost always be able to get to it.
Yeah, great run by Burt Maxim. Covered a lot of ground to pick up the second out. He's truly a phenomenal right fielder and someone that I want to see playing right field in the playoffs for the Double A's.
I'm sure we'll see him out there. It's Braden Reyes now to bat. The lefty doesn't go at the first pitch. He sees that strike 1.
He comes into this one 1 for 2 with a fly out, a walk, and then a single. He's due, especially with 2 outs and a runner on first.
He has scored twice, so he's been able to get on base. That's upstairs. 1-1 count.
Yes, they've had 9 strikeouts compared to
Baker over 120 pitches on the day. Inman not playing aggressive off of first. Batavia realizes they're down by 4 and realizes it does not need to just steal individual bases, as that's a big swing by Rada, but the chop comes up empty.
right there.
Baker searching for his 4th strikeout of the night, his 2nd of the inning. Reyna down to his last strike. That misses in the dirt.
It's low, 2-2. they do. Since being down 2-8 has only put 2 more up on the board.
Big just misses outside. We got a 3-2 count. It's full here with 2 outs on the board. Baker trying to escape this full count. We'd like to agree with William Baker III's mom. He has been amazing tonight. Can he cap off his 8th inning? He does get strike 3. Punch out number 4. Rada not happy. It doesn't matter. We'll take you into the bottom of the 8th inning. The Double A's lead by 4. Approaching 2.5 total hours on the night. Here is the 4, and for the first time since the 4th inning, Batavia will be rocking with their pitcher for the 2nd straight inning after 2 back-to-back relief pitchers lasting just 1 inning. We see Landon Stoddard out there on the mound. He's working 4 batters in the 7th now. Back in the 8th inning. 0-1 count to Burt Maxim, and that's a chopper over to Cooper Russell at short. Russell with the toss to first in time. Out 1 in the books.
1 out now.
The 6-3 put out brings up Jake Bentavenga. Bentavenga just 1 for 3 on the night. Had that bunt single back in the 5th.
It's a bat, number 27.
The last time Bentavenga was up, he did have an absolute rocket, but it was into center field, and balls don't really escape center field here at Falcon Park. That pitch misses outside. It's a 2-0 count to Bentavenga. Even?
I'll be right.
Now the 2-0 misses high and inside. That was just 75 miles per hour from Stoddard going back to his changeup.
Behind side, move it to 3-0.
Madrid awaiting on deck, but he'll have to wait just 1 pitch longer. Bentavenga takes that for a strike.
Bentavenga, who's got 1 hit ending a bunt today. Other than that, 1 of 3.
Now the 3-1 and make it 4-1. 4th ball puts Bentavenga over to first. The 2nd walk given up by Stoddard. And Jaden Madrid looks to continue his stellar performance tonight. Has reached base 3 times. He's been on fire.
It's the first walk on the night for Bentavenga. Great plate discipline shown by him. And here's someone you don't want up to the plate in Jaden Madrid. 2 hits, he's 2 for 4 on the night. And he has scored twice himself. Let's see what he can do with 1 out and a runner on.
The first pitch falls in for strike 1. Stoddard kind of has a weird delivery where he's set for a really long time, but once he starts that delivery, the pitch is immediately incoming. The Doubledays haven't quite gotten used to it yet. Still looking for their first hit against this righty relief pitcher out of Alfred State. That pitch misses low.
Down in the turn. On 1.
Count even at 1. And it gets away from Cooper Robick. A wild pitch allows Batavia to take second of the Doubledays in scoring position yet again.
Batavia advances the second. Around the scores, around the lead.
If Madrid does what he's been doing, he can get Batavia to home from here. He's already had 2 singles today, as well as an RBI bunt. 2-1. That's hit up the gut. Russell gathering it again. Russell with the throw over to first again. And the Doubledays can't advance Madrid to first, but they at least get Batavia over to third. Fixing the camera yet again. Thanks for your patience here at home. With Madrid out, it's now Ethan Smith up to bat. He's walked in each of his last 2 at-bats. Smith still searching for his first hit on the night. That pitch missing inside.
The second out here back in Auburn. 2 outs.
Evans, like the guy from Cars who does like the really quick pit stops right now, as he's switching out these cameras with the, what's his name again? The really small blue one.
Is it Guido?
Guido? Yeah,
Something like that. Pit stop.
Yeah, pit stop. There we go. That's how Evans been today. He's been fantastic. Many props go to him as he's dealt with.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, like we said, we had to go through a whole 7th inning without any camera. We had to do a radio broadcast because we had to let one of the cameras charge. We appreciate your patience in the YouTube comment section. That's why we didn't have the camera going in the 7th, but we got it right back up for the 8th. But we're good here now, as the time is now 9 p.m. here in the bottom of the 8th. Doubledays up by 4.
2-1 count to Smith. Ready for 2 outs off the board. And there's strike 2. Batavia just 90 feet away from scoring as Teddy Monahan awaits on deck. Two count. Pitch is in, swung on and whipped. There's strike 3. Smith goes down swinging. The second strikeout of the day for Landon Stoddard brings us into the 9th and final inning here at Falcon Park of the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. A thrilling 9th inning here at Falcon Park as the Auburn Doubledays look to upset the Batavia Muckdogs. Samurai Story on the call alongside Evan Carocchio. William Baker III is still in the game. The starting pitcher going for a full one. He's 125 pitches in. 7 hits given up, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit by a pitch. And he's still chugging out there on the mound as the Doubledays have the first seed on the ropes.
he's able to throw a complete game, this place is going to explode. These Doubledays fans are just going to explode with excitement. They're going to give Baker the biggest standing ovation you'll hear. You could probably hear it all the way in Oswego from here if he's able to throw a complete game.
Well, Cooper Russell had an RBI single back in the first inning. That feels like an eon ago, as he's still going against the dinosaur and William Baker, who survived this entire time. That pitch misses low and away for ball one. This game has huge implications for the Doubledays, who don't necessarily clinch a playoff spot with this win, but they're certainly close to extend that ever so slight lead over the Niagara Ironbacks, who just took down Batavia a few games ago. The Doubledays continue to eat closer to clinching that 3 seed. The other game happening tonight, Geneva versus Elmira, would have some playoff implications if Geneva was able to win. Right now, Elmira currently leading 1-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Interesting, that game relatively slow over there in Geneva. We got a 2-2 count here to Cooper Russell after he fouls that last pitch off. Russell stepping back in. Baker's 130th pitch coming up. We're a little over 2.5 hours into this one as that misses high. A full count incoming for Russell. Just 1 for 3 on the day. He's knocked it into the outfield each and every at bat. But 2 times it fell into the gloves of Doubledays. This time ricochets it up high off the helmet of Jake Bentavega. That didn't feel good.
Oh boy, let's hope Bentavenga's okay. He's shaking his head right now to take off his mask. Appears to be a bit shaken up. Not sure if the trainer's going to come out to look at him, but Bentavenga's just kind of shrugging it off. Puts the mask back on. He's a machine behind the plate, and he appears to be all right.
Yeah, head injury is something you never want to see it out on the baseball field. Probably second only to the injury that happened a few days ago for the Oakland A's. Yeah, I never want to get an injury down near the groin. The full count misses outside. There's just the 3rd walk of the game given up by William Baker. The 3rd. Thomas Eaton eyeing the bullpen. Doesn't look like he'll make the call just yet.
Here comes Glenn Brooks, who was 2 for 3, flew out in the 1st, single in the 4th, single in the 6th. Let's see what he can do here against what appears to be a tad bit of a tired William Baker, with no outs and a runner on first base.
There's a Doubleday running over to the bullpen. Some line of communication occurring there. First pitch misses upstairs. Baker is lionized right now like a dog by the Eagles because he's really giving the bullpen a good look. As that pitch misses upstairs yet again, Baker trying to avoid his 2nd consecutive walk. Glenn Brooks has 3 RBIs on the day. Doesn't have a runner in scoring position this time like he has each of those past 2 times at the plate.
And the
Pitch right down the gut for strike 1. A bounce back by Baker.
From Brooks, and it's 2-1.
Per our statistics, Baker hasn't gone for Baker's gone for 2 complete games so far this season. He's looking to make it 3 here. And I know in the past some of his complete games have been in those 7-inning shortened stretches. Getting one in a 9-inning full game would be especially impressive. And he gets the swing and a miss. Fighting back in this bout. He was down 3-1. Now it's full at 3-2 as we switch out our camera here on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. Hopefully we get it back in time, but first you get to hear this call. The payoff pitch. Incoming, the 3-2 is swung out and fouled off. Don't worry, you'll get to see what happens in this at-bat.
Still having this fastball hit 86 miles per hour.
Going to the 7th pitch in the at-bat. The payoff, incoming. Brooks needs to take a breath. Brooks, another guy who's got into the outfield every time today. The full count. Baker takes a breath. The pitch is in. Swung on and missed. The fifth strikeout of the night for William Baker the third. Have yourself a day.
Yeah, he's just phenomenal. I mean, he looks so sharp tonight. He's 2 outs away from a complete game. He has been so fun to watch. I can't imagine his nerves right now up there on the mound.
And Devin, I don't know if you showed me 2 pitches, his first pitch and his last pitch, and you showed them to me right now, I don't know if I could tell you which was which, because he has looked just as good from the start as he has to the end today.
Still firing it in at 86 miles per hour. I take back what I said in at bat ago. He's not appearing to show any signs of fatigue whatsoever. He's already got 1 out. He did it himself with a strikeout against Brooks. I mean, I'm rooting for him to get the complete game. I'd love to see it.
There's strike 1 in there against Quintero. A 1-1 count with 1 out.
6 miles per hour, and the first one came in at 86. It sits it down for a 1-1 count.
141 pitches on the day, 90 total strikes. That missed upstairs. Good jump by Batavia on it. Batavia really hasn't let a ball past him all night, at least not with runners on the base path.
This is unbelievable. This is absolute amazing.
9:09 here at Falcon Park. That's hit high, fouled off directly behind Quintero, behind Batavia. In fact, that would have gotten over our heads here at Falcon Park up in the press box.
I hit my car out there in the parking lot behind Falcon Park.
Better not. If it hit my car, I don't have the insurance to cover it. The 2-2 count. Going for a strikeout again. Instead, he fouls it off again. Quintero is 0 for 3 on the night, including 1 backwards K. And based off the way he's been swinging this bat, he doesn't want to go down looking again, especially not to give William Baker III his 6th strikeout of the night.
The top of the 8th and the top of the 9th. No one wants to go down.
The 2-2 again. There's strike 3. He does go down with a backwards K yet again. 145 pitches, 6 total punch-outs.
6 strikeouts on the game is phenomenal. He is 1 out away from a complete game. And here comes Cooper Romick, the catcher, who has yet to pick up a hit off of Baker. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Perfect guy if you're Baker that you want up to the plate because you have his number. Pressure's on for Baker, who has looked sharp tonight.
Baker muscling through the fatigue, tosses a 76 mile per hour pitch in there, finding this zone for the 0-1 count. 2 outs on the board. A runner on first. The 0-1 as Russell takes off. No throw from Batavia. A stand-up stolen bag by Russell. Now Batavia does have a runner in scoring position. Auburn leading the runs column 8-4, the hits column 9-7. A 1-1 count here with 2 outs on the board. It's swung on and whipped.
Not only are the Muck Dogs down to their last out, down to their last strike, but this is huge for Baker. 1 strike away from a complete game.
Can he end it in the best way possible? 3 consecutive strikeouts. Well, it's not going to end just yet as the umpire calls time. It was Romick who called time as he hesitated before this final pitch. Maybe Baker in his head a little bit. He'd be in my head too. He's like the Terminator out there. Not going down. The final pitch, potentially. We might have to call to you on air. I'm sorry about that, but the 1-2 count. Pitch 3, swing on it, and rip. There's the complete game. Strike 3 as Romick goes down swinging. William Baker, strikeout. strikeout to cap off an 149 pitch outing. 7 total punch-outs on the day. Your Auburn Double A's win 8-4, doubling up the 1 seed.
This was just an absolutely phenomenal game for the Auburn Double A's. But talk about an outstanding game for William Baker III. He gets the win. He goes a complete game. Does it all himself tonight. He was so fun to watch tonight for the Auburn Double A's on the mound. He did not show absolutely any signs of fatigue. I guarantee a Gatorade bath has his name written all over it as the Double A's teammates ran out to him from the bench. And he just showed how confident he was after getting that final out. Pumping his chest, excited for his teammates to run out to him. He was so entertaining tonight out there on the mound. Love to see it from William Baker III to pick up another win, his 5th win on the season.
Now, Evan, I don't want to get carried away here, but is that the best pitching outing we've seen by any Double A's this season?
I believe so. I mean, it might be the first complete game for a Double A's pitcher this season, and it was so deserving for Baker because he did everything in his power to not work a count, to get strikeouts, to not give up any. I don't believe he gave up any extra base hits tonight at all.
All singles. And 3 of those 7 hits came in the first inning. He got off to a kind of a rough start. It bounced back in such an aggressive and great way. That was incredible by Baker.
Shout out in the YouTube comment sections to Denise Baker 5913. Sounds like it's your son William Baker out there on the mound. Congrats to him. That was a phenomenal outing from William Baker III. Completely deserving. He's a machine out there on the mound. This is one that will be talked about for the rest of the season and into next season for William Baker III and the Auburn Double A's. Great win against the first place team, and this puts them a game up because they're still 3rd place in the PGCBL West standings, but it puts them a game up, and that's their 21st win on the season, and that's double-digit losses on the season now for the Muck Dogs. They're 26-10-1.
Yeah, well, Auburn advances moving further up to 21-15. And hey, if you like this game against Batavia, you like that Double Day Muck Dogs clash, coming back tomorrow on the road, Auburn travels to Batavia. They take that bus ride down there, and that should be another fun one tomorrow. Batavia playing with home field advantage that time. They're coming back to Falcon Park to put guys down on us. The Fingerlinks Police Lakers will be back here again on Friday for the exhibition class before. That's on Friday, and then over the weekend, 2 PGCBL games. Newark on Saturday, Elmira on Sunday. Make sure to stay tuned for all 3 of those games over the weekend stretch. Alongside Evan Kurtzka, Brian Story saying so long from this great 8-4 Auburn Double A's victory over the Batavia Muck Dogs. Have a great night, Auburn.